What's up, guys? I'm so happy to be back again today. This is my first video after giving birth to my son, my sunshine. I am so glad to be back here, guys. All the videos that I have been posting for the past 6-7 weeks are all videos that I made before I gave birth, and I'm grateful to God that I'm here and that my baby is here and that we are both alive, because it was a long journey. If you saw my birth vlog, you would know what I'm talking about. So thank you so much, guys, and thank you for the support. I was scared that after I've left for a long time, it was very hard for me to, get people to watch my videos after I came back, but the support has been beautiful. I am grateful. We've had close to 40 more subscribers since I came back. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you all. So today, we are going to be talking about the postpartum experience. Guys, I'm not here to scare you or tell you not to have a child or whatever, because my baby is the absolute joy of my life, like it's hand to like to call him. I'm not here to say that you should not give birth or anything like that, but I have to let you know exactly how it is, because everything that's associated with birth is pain, is raw pain, pure pain, crazy pain. Anything associated with the birth of a human is a lot of pain. So today I'm going to be sharing all the experience with you, and this is C-section edition. So I don't know, this might not apply to people that had natural, but they had vaginal birth, but for myself, I had a C-section. Even though it was an emergency C-section, I had to go through the labor pain for more than 24 hours, and my husband asked them to give me a epidural at some point, but it didn't last for more than an hour, and by the time it was done, I was already 9 centimeter dilated. I was 9 centimeter dilated for more than 3-4 hours, and I was in constant pain, crazy pain, all through, before the doctor find out that the baby's umbilical cord was around his neck, and that was the obstruction, and that baby would not come out without a C-section. And I was rushed in to the operating room. What are the things that you should expect, postpartum, after giving birth to your child, if you went through a C-section? The first thing is the spinal headache. A lot of people talk about C-section is God's answers to labor pain prayers, like God should take away labor pain and God gave us C-section, but it is a lie, because it is like, in Yoruba land, there's nothing that we used to call kanoko. Kanoko is like a charm that warriors used then back in those days to walk a long distance. For example, they can go to Abuja in 10 minutes from Lagos. They can go to Sokoto from Lagos in an hour. So what happens is, when they sleep, it is believed that they walk everything in their sleep, so they get tired every time they wake up. So that is what I can liken C-section to. It's like you don't go through the labor pain, but you will come back and have the pain when you're done. You're gonna have all the pain. You are going to go through everything. So for me, I had the epidural shot in my spine. Like I told you that I wanted to give birth by vagina before. It didn't pan out that way. So I had the shots in my spine, the epidural shots in my spine, and then I was taken in for the surgery, and I had the anesthesia shot in my spine. So after I was done, I had something called spinal headache. It is one of the craziest pain that I've experienced in my entire life. My whole spine was shaking. I could not hold my head. They would literally hold my head for me. I would use the nursing pillow to hold my neck together. It was really painful. And the doctors would come and say, give her caffeine. So I was actually taking coffee, taking coke. I was taking coke like an addict. I almost got addicted, quote and unquote, to pain relief drugs, because I just wanted it to go. It was very painful and crazy as shit. I don't know if anyone has gone through spinal headache. Can you please drop it in the comment section and explain? You can explain it better what it means. But spinal headache is, I think the spine is one of the things that supports a human to actually stand and be able to do everything he wants to do. So imagine that spine is in hula balloon, because that is literally what my spine was in. It was crazy. So spinal headache, it actually went after like 3 days. I suppose 3-4 days. It lasted for even close to 5 days, but I think by the 5th day I was already feeling better, but I was in that constant pain. of if I want to stand up. I was having this constant headache that was not going, and it was crazy. I drank a lot of Coke that I've taken in years. My husband was just stocking up the fridge with Coke and coffee, and it was crazy. So the second thing is after you are done with the surgery, you've been numbed, so you don't feel the pain. You don't feel when they are cutting you, bringing the baby out and all of that. So the numbing starts to wear out. Like, it's like you are coming back to your senses. Like, oh, I can feel my leg now. I can feel my this now. I can feel my that now. So you get to a point where you can actually feel that incision site. You can feel it. You can feel that pain. And at this point in time, the nurses are going to start telling you that you should not be sleeping in one place. You have to be walking around. So they just cut me in the middle of my body, like in the middle of my body. They just cut me. I people expect me to walk up and down. I remember my husband would say, babe, don't bend. You have to stand upright. And I'll be like, this thing is not easy. It's not. I was literally crying. Oh my God, I cried a lot. I was really crying. Like, you would ask to stand upright, and it was crazy. I'm going to talk about everything that happened after giving birth to my child, and all I want to talk about postpartum recovery now. Things to expect that came with the birth thing. So I'm going to talk about the emotional parts in my next episode. So watch out for that. So that part of you trying to walk around so that that place doesn't get stiff, because it's healing. They just sew the place. So the place is healing. So they ask you to walk upright, walk up and down the ward, and it was really painful. So expect that if you want to go for C-section, that is something that you should expect. You carrying a major wound, being cut 4 to 5 layers, in your tummy, and being expected to walk up and down back. And guys, at this point in time, let me tell you, for me, they said I should start eating around some I think a day. I drank water. I think I even started eating at night. The next day I started taking pap, but I was hungry and I was expected to produce breast milk, and I was hungry. But because I had been caught in the middle of my body, I could not really eat too much food. I could not eat food or a lot of fluid that will help me produce breast milk. So my breast milk was not coming out. And I was just talking about the emotional part of that next week. But by the time my breast milk came out, my breast was hard. But it was hard. It was hard like rock. The female body is very soft, you get, but my breast was very hard. Like, I could feel the hardness. Like, it was very hard and it was painful. It was painful, but they needed milk to come out so that they could feed my baby milk. And at the point, one of the nurses said, I was using the breast pump. I was using the breast pump, which was very painful. It will literally feel like you have a sore in your body and you're trying to get the pulse to come out. Like, that's just literally the way it is. Like, there's a wound in your body, then you want to press out the pulse. Like, that's literally, I'm not talking about small wound or major wound. And you're trying to get a pulse out. That's literally how it was. So, they just grabbed my breast like this. I was supposed to use breast pump. She was like, it will take time before the breast pump starts processing it, coming from one layer to the other. So they just put the bottle, down my breast and not grab my breast like this. And she pressed it. Hey, guys, don't forget that I'm still carrying that wound in my tummy, and that I still have spinal headache. I'm still carrying constant headache from like 2 or 3 days. And now they carried my breasts and they were literally milking me like cow. Like how, guys? How? Guys, mothers deserve 10, 20 Mother's Day in a year. There's nothing you can tell me, because it's a lot. It's a whole lot. So expect that. I didn't have mastitis or what they call that stuff. I didn't really have that. But by the first time I wanted to breastfeed my baby didn't latch. Like, I didn't breastfeed him personally I will tell you why later in my next episode. For close to a week, I didn't breastfeed him personally. I was pumping breast for them to feed him. But it was the craziest thing. And when the baby finally latched, they said it's different from a baby girl to a baby boy. I have a baby boy, and they said it's always crazy. So when my baby finally When he finally gripped my nipple, oh my God. Oh my God. Water dropped from my eyes. It was a watery love because I was looking at it like, oh my God, I love this boy so much, but I'm in so much pain. Guys, breastfeeding is crazy, Sha. Let me tell you that. Breastfeeding is crazy. It's very painful. Breastfeeding is painful. So, another thing is the bleeding. The bleeding. So, after they had wheeled me to the post-op, they call it post-op, yeah? It's like the place where they put you for nurses to examine you, to watch out, for any complications after the surgery and all of that. So they didn't take me to where my family was, and I was with the nurses. And I think it was the next morning, the nurse wanted to change my pad. So they had these people that comes around to clean mothers and clean the babies and all. So the nurses, one of those people came around and said, have they changed our pad since yesterday? So the nurse that was taking care of me said no. So immediately they took the pad so that they could change in another one. The blood literally gushed out. Like the blood gushed out. I was still, and immediately it gushed out. The nurse tried to shove the pad back in so the thing wouldn't spread everywhere. And by that time, the numbing had started going down, so I felt it, but I was too tired to even scream. And I was just like, that was painful. Just like, sorry. So I had this very thick pad. I don't know if you guys, well, for mothers, definitely you would have known, how the pad looks like. But it's nothing like the sanitary pad that we use. It's not like that one that they just small layer and they just package it up with leather and everything. This one was like gauze bandage, like thick gauze bandage put together, like shoved together, a lot of it, and tied on both hands. So that's how it was. I was using disposable pants because I didn't know, I just didn't want to go through the stress of having to wash panties and, deal with, the stain and all of that, and getting, my panties spoiled and soiled. So you have that, and I was sleeping on this. Is it Nightingale? They call that stuff. So they put the Nightingale on the bed just in case there's the blood doesn't stain the breast spread and all of that. So the bleeding is crazy, and I think I bled for, I don't know, some people they said theirs go on for like 14, 12 days, but I think I bled for like a week and some days, but I don't think it was up to 2 weeks. I bled for like a week and some days, but after that have this crazy mucus discharge. It's, I don't know. And I didn't even go through vaginal birth. So I can imagine people that went through vaginal birth have their vaginas, cut, like torn, so the baby could come out. I could imagine how that is. So there's so much bleeding. There is so much bleeding. Really, there's so much bleeding. Like sometimes you feel like the blood coming out like tap. You know the way it happens when you sneeze during your period, like having constant blood like that. That's literally how it feels, when you're having that blood gush afterwards. So the next thing is lack of sleep. Guys, I can't even really talk about this a lot because after I gave birth, I had my mom, I had my elder sister, I had my sister-in-law, I had a friend and her husband come around. So they were really helping me for like a week. After I gave birth, I had a lot of people around who literally helped me to concentrate on the baby so I could concentrate on myself, and my husband could concentrate on me healing and all of that. So, but after they all went, and then it was my mom and I, that was when I started knowing what this lack of sleep actually meant. And it's a lot. And I wonder, for people that give birth outside the country and it's just themselves and their husbands, I can imagine how crazy it would have been. It's very crazy that if you don't take care of yourself, you could start hallucinating. Like you could start seeing things that don't exist or feeling like you're having deja vu. Like, is that crazy? The babies don't sleep during the night. They don't sleep during the night. Like till now, my baby is 6 weeks and some days. He doesn't sleep during the night. He is awake like 2, 3. He's awake, he's bubbly, he's happy, he's smiling. His eyes is like bulb, like it's literally like out like this. And he's just happy like that. He will be smiling at you. But immediately it's morning and you birth this boy, and my mom drops him for me to breastfeed him, and I put him down. My baby is asleep. He's asleep like 11, 12. And then he wakes up again and is asking for breast and or milk. I'm actually having a mixed feed for him, or milk, and as soon as he's done eating, this boy is going back to sleep. He's getting ready for the vigil that you're going to do at night. Men, they don't sleep at night, and it's very crazy because they will say when the baby is sleeping, you people too should try to sleep. I can imagine what would happen. My mom has been with me and has been taking care of me and my son. I can imagine if it's just myself and my son, it would have been more crazy, because there are days where I find it very hard to even use my brain to do anything. I'm currently still schooling and trying to read and write my papers with taking care of him, even with the fact that I have my mom's help, can be very daunting sometimes. So sleep deprivation is just crazy, and babies cry for everything. They cry when they want to eat. They cry when they want to sleep. They cry when they want you to back them. If they want you to back them and you're carrying them inside carrier, trust me, that creature is still going to continue to cry until you back him. If you back him and he wants to stay in the carrier, you had better figure out that what he's saying is put me in the carrier or put me on my swing. Those creatures are very funny. They're very funny. So sleep deprivation is something that you should watch out for, and it's not a small thing. Guys, trust me, everything that has to do with birthing a child and taking care of a baby is a lot of work and pain, and that is just it. Period. It's a lot of work and pain. So the next thing is the hot water baptism. I call it hot water baptism because it's hot water baptism. After I came back from the hospital, we came back the 8th day because of the complications and all of that. And my baby also had jaundice and the likes. I'll talk about that in my next episode. When we got back, my mom literally took me to the bedroom after I was done having my bed. I think she took my bed for me because I could not bend down yet. Remember, I was caught mid-body. So I couldn't bend down yet. So she took my bed for me. And after I was done, she literally started using this hot water to press my body. Pressed my, your tummy will literally be pressed with, the first time we did this thing, I could literally feel that heat on my body. Like my body was literally, I was feeling that peppery feeling. Like I could feel the smoke on my tummy. And it's one of the most painful. I would cry and groan. But as they are doing that, you would feel blood come out from your tummy. You feel the blood coming out, from your vagina. You feel the discharge. And literally makes you, I remember that was the first time I really slept well. And because at the hospital, they were just cleaning my body with water and towel and all. And this was the first time I slept well. I slept really well. So it was a pain that was worth it, but it is definitely painful. So you're going to have hot water, baptism. Literally, they're going to put it all over your body, dip towel inside hot water and, apply it all over your body, your tummy, your back, your waist, your bum, your legs, your thighs, everywhere. And that's why I call it hot water baptism. So that's also something to look out for. And another thing is body changes. Body changes is crazy. I had hyperpigmentation, but I believe that I'm getting better now, but my tummy is still as black as anything. And there are times I have to look myself in the mirror and tell myself that I am beautiful, I am strong, I am who I think I am, and I am who God says I am. Because you literally sometimes need to give yourself those affirmations, because what pregnancy does to the woman's body, what it does to the woman's body is crazy. So there are times I give myself that affirmation because I look in the mirror and I might not like what I see, and it's a lot. You have hyperpigmentation, your tummy, becomes very bold. People call it mommy pouch. So people goes as far as calling it kangaroo pouch and all. But I believe it goes with time. But I'm giving myself all the grace, really, because I have tried. Many try. Multi-try, go. Sorry for the break in transmission. I was talking about body changes, right? So you're going to experience that body changes. You might not like what you see. You might not like, what you're going through, what your body is going through. But definitely at some point in time, give yourself grace. I'm giving myself a lot of grace because I've tried. So give yourself grace. I believe that you're going to, go back to normal, go back to, the you that you like. So that's something that actually messed with me a lot, because I'm someone that really, really takes pride in my body. I love my own body. I love my own, the whole composition of me, and, seeing the stretch marks, the dark patches, the everything really messed up with me. And, that's just one thing that you have to look out for and cope with. So another thing is the mom guilt. The mom guilt is, for me, because my breast milk wasn't coming out early, I felt bad. I felt like, let me even start from the C-section thing. And this is one reason why I feel like, when you just give birth, you should have people that will love upon you, around you. It's very, very important. I felt really bad. I felt really bad that I couldn't give birth to my child by myself. Like, by myself, when I say by myself, I meant vaginal birth. So I felt like very bad that I couldn't give birth to my child by myself, and I was struggling with that. And then my baby had jaundice, and I was feeling like, oh, why would my baby have jaundice? There are people, I know that, okay, 4 out of 10 babies have jaundice, but there are people that their babies does not have jaundice. Why is mine having jaundice? I felt, I might have done something bad, or because of this or of that, and then my breast milk is not coming out, and I'm feeling I can't even feed my baby. What can I do right? And all of that. So you need people that would, love upon you, that would say the positive words into you, into your life, like will literally speak life out of whatever it is that you're going through. So mom guilt is very, very crazy, and it can really affect people that give birth through C-section, because it can make them feel like, why can't I do it the way other people have done it? I remember I went to the hospital for my baby's circumcision, and there was this woman that was crying because she was told that she is going to have a CS. And I look at her and I'm like, you're lucky, because if I've been told that I will have a CS right from time, I would have just gone into have the CS and deal with it, go through the plan. You have a birth plan and go through with it. But it's worse if you are being told that you're going to have a natural birth, a vaginal birth. I keep saying natural birth, a vaginal birth, and in the end, you end up having an emergency C-section. It's a lot of pain. Yorubas will say, "You're not making." So it's better to just go through the C-section pain once and for all, and then to go through all of the trauma from the beginning to the end. So yeah, that's all that I have to talk about, and I hope you enjoyed this session, this edition, this episode. So guys, if you have gone through C-section, birth before, can you please drop in the comment section, let us know how you went through with it. Is it the same experience with what I'm having, or what I had rather? Is it the same experience, or there are some things that I didn't talk about? Please feel free to drop it in the comment section. So we meet next week. Always remember that I love you, but Jesus loves you more. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my video and share with your friends. Till we meet next week. Take care, guys. Bye.